Hey there, this is Stephanie Treasure. Welcome back to the Coaching Profit Giveaway, the spotlight interviews that I'm doing over the course of the giveaway, taking place May 9th to the 20th, where we have 50 experts who are sharing visibility, marketing, and business strategies for making six figures and more in your coaching business so that you can grow, leverage, and scale. I've invited my colleagues who are on this expert panel to shine the spotlight on the high value resources that they have provided for this special event. So I want to thank you for joining us and prioritizing this and truly giving it your focus to make your participation in this event impactful for your business. So today it is my pleasure to welcome and speak with my friend and colleague, Sharon Otaguro. Hey there, Sharon, welcome to this broadcast. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Aloha, Stephanie. I'm so glad to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So I want to ask you to share with us how you're working with, what you do and how you're working with your clients these days.
Absolutely. Thank you. So what I'm doing, and you'll see some of it in the bio on the page, but what I really focus on in my day job is to help heal the business of healers. We work on scaling their business. We work on building the marketing for the business. And we also work on the productivity and energy of the leader, the CEO, the business owner. And so that's my specialty. My background is in spa and wellness in the hospitality field. And what I found is no matter whether you're in corporate or as an entrepreneur, those are the pieces that we all need to level up in our business, right, Stephanie? It's making sure that we have proper marketing, making sure that we have systems that are automated, and making sure that we don't burn out with our own energy challenges. And it's because I burned out twice. I was on that list to be let go, and all of those identity pieces, all of the work that you do means nothing if you don't have your systems, your priority, and your own personal marketing. And so that's the 9 to 5. And then for this giveaway specifically, it's on my passion, doubling down on that marketing piece, because public speaking is so challenging for so many leaders. And being able to be prepared is a critical piece of success. And so myself and my partner run an online summit business. And that's the biggest problem we saw, was how do people get prepped so that they are aligning their speaking business with their regular, either brick and mortar or online business, so that they are creating consistency, creating ease, so that they're not recreating the wheel every time. And so, so this gift is based on that business of Ohana Event Solutions. We do done with you, done for you summits and retreats. And so how do we strategize the marketing, the productivity, and the systems is the same, either business.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, because I want to say that ever since we've gotten the platform to kind of speak and make our own stages through YouTube, then through, live video back, when Periscope came on the scene, and then now Facebook and these various places. I feel like a lot of persons, because they have a platform and are wanting to get the word out there for their business, or feeling like they are speakers because they speak on these platforms, they're showing up there, however, whether on with makeup, without makeup, in an office or, outside, etc. But really, speaking for your craft is not as easy as it looks in terms of speaking on stages for conferences, whether conferences or retreats, etc., or summits that you host, or being a part of others. It's not as easy as it looks or as easy as it sounds. So I'm happy that you're talking about really being prepared to speak, because I think many of us, not only from our own platforms, but we want to speak on other stages, virtual and real, and not quite sure how to start. Do I need a bio or a speaker reel? Do I need a one sheet? What am I going to talk about? Because it's easy to say, when you're just showing up and doing your live streams, you could talk about anything. But when you're doing it professionally, of course, you need to have, have a talk, a signature talk, and be able to, relate to the audiences, etc. Right?
Exactly that. Yes. And there's levels, right? So if you're starting out, absolutely just starting that camera button is so important, and getting on screen, because that's a big hurdle for many people. And so if that's where you are, that's great. And as you start to develop yourself, you need to have more of these prepared tools so that you can level up to bigger stages, so that your stages are completely aligned with your business, and without which you'll get lost in the shuffle. And I think that's what appeals to me so much about your work, Stephanie, and your brand, is you try to make sure that everyone has this community and the resources to continue moving forward. And that's what we're here to do. So congratulations too on all that you do. And I'm so glad to be part of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's definitely, I'm happy that you've lended your time and your expertise to be a part of this. I know that you have quite a bit going on, some exciting things. So, talking about that, let's segue into what you've made available for this giveaway. As a reminder, folks, for the giveaway, you'll be able to access it at www.coachandprofitgiveaway.com, completely free for a 2-week window, May 9th to the 20th. You'll be able to access these various resources. So share with us the business resource that you have made available for those that are signing up to join us today.
Absolutely. Thank you. So it is a speaker preparation bundle. And it's because so many times when we're prepping speakers for their summits, their presentations, and their trainings, I get all the questions of, Sharon, do I need a bio? Sharon, how can I best prepare? And because we're getting these questions so often, I just put it together in a package. And I added a few more things, Stephanie, for this giveaway, because I just want to give your audience as much as we possibly can. So the speaker preparation bundle has about 6 resources, and I keep adding, so there might be more by the time you put this in, but 6 speaker preparation resources so that you are best prepared whenever you're going to consider putting in for a stage for a summit, a stage for a podcast. So we've got the speaker preparation one sheet. That's what you can send out to any upcoming summit host, or even a live stage. And so it'll have the pieces that you need from your bio and a couple of tips, what you need in terms of your headshot, what you need in terms of your signature talk that Stephanie mentioned. So a one sheet for your speaker portfolio. Then we also have a podcast preparation sheet, because it's just a little bit different when you're going on a podcast, how you best prepare yourself. We've also got a mini speaker sort of coaching session. So it's a mini masterclass on how to best show up as a speaker, and just a couple other pieces, depending on which stage you want to get on, that are going to be best used for you in that stage. And I do that because I've found that different speakers, Stephanie, prepare in different ways. And so some just want to consume a lot of different types so that they know how to best plan for themselves. And some might just want to pick the one thing. Oh, I'm just going to be on a podcast, so that's the only thing I need. And so that's why we have a bundle prepared.
I love that. And yes, you're speaking to depending on how that person wants to be prepared. But what I also like about what you've brought together in the bundle is that you are having persons who go through this be able to know all the different ways, kind of holistically how they should be prepared if they're going to start pitching to speak on podcasts, or speak on summits, or speak on live stages, so that they can have all those elements in place, which makes it so much more attractive for the event hosts who are looking for speakers. And that also makes it more attractive to for more and more speaking engagements, right?
Absolutely. I mean, coming from a background of hospitality, it's all about creating memories, right? And so you don't realize when you're a speaker that you create a memory for that host, and it could be a positive memory or it could be a bad memory, right? And so the more that you are prepared, the more that you partner as a business owner or as a speaker with that host, the better that relationship is going to be, the more opportunities they might tell you, oh, there's this other stage I think you'd be great for, etc. And so you've got to create a memory and an experience even when you're applying for a stage.
Yeah, that's powerful, right? I like that because actually there was one time that I was doing an event, and I believe it was a summit at the time, and one of my the persons that was pitching to be a part of it, she had a nicely laid out document, possibly not different from what you have seen or what you're talking about, that had all the details that I needed to know. She had short bio, long bio, headshot, bigger than a head, like a headshot on location, or a headshot, in a studio. She had all the elements in place, and it was such a wonderful experience dealing with her because she got it and she had everything that I needed to be able to run with it, and I didn't have to be asking her for more stuff. So yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Absolutely.
So as persons are listening to this and are getting this speaking bug and want to start applying to speak on more stages and want to make sure that they are prepared for the experience and they make it a memorable one, they make it easier for the event host so that they can be asked to be on more stages, what do you find to be the biggest mistake that person start that you would want for them to avoid as they go down this road, as they are thinking, I want to start speaking to get more visible? What are either a big mistake or a couple of common mistakes that you find that people make here?
Thank you for giving me the permission to do more than one.
Okay.
So I think the first one is to prepare. I find so many speakers that are not prepared with their full kit. And that is the challenge, because then you're always in this reactive mode and you're going to create something that is good, not great. So having a strategy, having a preparation of all the different stages you might want to be on, and therefore having that bundle put together and that speaker kit is, I think, really, really important. But the biggest mistake that I find is, and it ties back to if you're not as prepared, is the alignment. Because so many speakers are pleasers, right, Stephanie? We want to please our host. We want to please our audience. And so you get this dissolving of what they're there for. What is the purpose that they're on stage? It's not to please the audience. It's to build your business. And if you don't have that clarity of what am I here on this stage for? What is the next step on the business journey that I have for people, then you're going to miss all that preparation, all that work that you've put in. And it's going to be like a family reunion where you got together with a bunch of people, you made a lot of friends, and you go away with needing a vacation after that whole event and no business from it, right? So you've got to know what is the purpose that you're there on stage for, and what is the next step on your journey. If you don't have that clarity, that alignment, you're going to spend a lot of time and effort, and your results are not going to be as focused as they should be.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And that actually reminds me from, the online marketing hat, the online marketing mentor in me. The first thing I thought of when you said that, in terms of, the latter, going on stage and not, getting these speaking gigs, landing the speaking gig, appearing, and you're not prepared as to, okay, what's the next step? How are you going to lead this audience to a stage or a step that's going to, get them on your client journey and lead to more business? The first thing that came to mind is when you spend the time, money, effort on putting a wonderful website together, but it doesn't have a lead capture, it doesn't have a lead magnet. And so people will, go to the site, be like, wow, this is so cool. Yeah. And then they click off and go into something else, and they don't have a reason to come back. They may never interact with you ever again because you didn't have a way to capture those leads.
Absolutely. Yeah. I liken the internet to like outer space, right? So if you have that beautiful website, it's like you have a billboard of like, hey, pretty art to stop by on your way past that never you'll see again, right? And so you'll share the memory of like, oh, that was such a cool website. That was like such a cool billboard, but you're not going to go back to it because you don't even realize it's a business.
Very, very, very good analogy. So what is definitely, what do you want persons to leave with today after hearing this? And just, if they take nothing else away, certainly I hope you noted the mistakes, folks, but what do you want for persons watching this? Those are signing up, or coach consultants, service-based business owners who want to speak more, definitely want to be prepared for it and be able to have repeat engagements. What would you like to leave with them today?
I would love to leave with them that you should have a plan. So, it can be as simple as writing it on paper, like I'm going to get on 5 stages and I'm going to offer this, but you should have a plan and it should always have a next step. And I think, Stephanie, you wanted us to sort of share our what is the biggest thing, you want people to feel and whatnot. And for me, it's that you're not alone, because a lot of our businesses, no matter if you're in corporate or you're an entrepreneur, it gets lonely the better you do and the higher you go, or that's sometimes the feeling, but you're not alone. And so having the Ohana, as I say, or community to reach out to, that's what all these speakers, you have 50 people that are connected to Stephanie because she is that connection creator. And so making sure that you don't move by yourself, but you reach back out to Stephanie if there's a resource that you didn't understand, or if there is a next step. There's so many of us out there, but because you resonated with her, she is your nexus. She's your connector to say, well, I'm struggling in this area. And she'll say, well, that's a copywriter, that's a graphic designer, that's a speaker preparation, so have a plan, and then always go back to the source, which is Stephanie, to say, okay, who is the right person? What is the next right step? Because otherwise you will take longer and it will be harder because you didn't say, I need help and I'm confused. There are things that we all have as blind spots, and having that connector is the way that we get past those blind spots to find the next thing that we need.
Oh, great, great, great advice. That warmed my heart, because definitely you're not alone, and it can feel like a lonely road. But and even in the online space, actually even more so in the online space, it's really easy to connect with others. Before we got on here, Sharon shared that she's located in Arizona from Hawaii originally. I am actually located right in Jamaica. So, and we're connected here through this broadcast, and we're connecting with you all over the world, I'm sure. And you can, build these communities. This Ohana is right. Am I using that correctly?
Ohana, yes.
Right. And it can really be a powerful resource. It can keep you connected, keep you grounded, keep you motivated, sometimes walk you off the ledge if you're going through a period where things don't seem to be working out. But certainly, definitely know that you're not alone. Sharon and I actually got connected through a connector as well. And now, we're friends and we're working together like this, and we have ideas for some other ways that we want to collaborate. So that is great, great, great advice. So where can people stay in touch with you on these social? After having listened to you, I know that you said you have a couple of hats that you're wearing, but as relates to the business and all that you're doing, how can people stay in tune?
So the first way is going to be through ohanapreneurs.com. It is where I'm putting a lot of my energy now, because I feel that's the most important need that people have, is just to know that they're not alone. And so especially for this audience, it is that perfect piece of connection and also speaking opportunities, because we do have a podcast, we do summits. So Ohanapreneurs is OHANA, Ohana, and then preneurs, just like entrepreneur, PRENEUR with an S.com, ohanapreneurs.com. And you'll find connections to me, connections to stages. So that's the best way. And then I'm also on LinkedIn, so that you can come check me out from my business history if you need to know who I was in the past and where that business nexus is.
And of course, once you download the speaker preparation bundle, you'll have access to Sharon via email. As she said, reach out to her as well. If you have a question after you've downloaded the bundle, just reply to the email, and I'm sure she or someone on her team will be happy to help you. All right. Thank you so much again for being on this expert panel. Thank you for sitting down with me for a few minutes to give the folks that are signed up for this giveaway a little bit more value. And we'll be in touch regarding some other exciting things. And folks, I'll see you on the next broadcast. Bye.
Aloha. Bye.